So we're in the Pages panel. You see the parent page A here, and I'm just going to double click on this, and that takes me into the master page environment. And you can see here, like I can't scroll down or up. There's just the two pages here. So this is how we know we're in the master page. I should call it parent page. That's what it is now. The parent pages environment. So now anything I do on these pages, now we'll go back and draw this rectangle here. And notice if I move my big head out of the way here, you can see I put it on this left-hand page here in the parent page, on the parent page. And you can see here it's showing up on every page down here. And you'll notice the little A that's in the corners on the left and right side, letting us know that it's master page A or parent page A that's being applied to those pages. Okay. If I were to move this square over here, look at this. It's showing up on every page. Okay, so that's the premise. And like I said, you could put headers, you can put folios, and whatever you want to show up on these various pages. Now, I'm going to delete that, and let's just go ahead and illustrate that in our test file here. Now, we're going to add some folios to this document. All right, so folios are just page numbers and any other information that you kind of want down here in the footer. And you'll notice that these pages don't have page numbers on them. All right. Now, what you don't want to do, here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to come in here. I'm going to hit W on my keyboard just to show my guides here. And I'm actually going to go to the view menu. I'm going to go to typical display. Now, this is not a part of the tutorial. It's just I'm noticing that my computer is moving a little slow. So I'm just going to take it off high quality for now. All right, so it'll move a little faster for you. Now, here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to come down here and say, all right, I need to add folios. And this happens to be page, I think this is page 2. Here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to put page 2 and then, a space and then let's say name of magazine. All right. And then maybe we'll style this. Okay. Again, this is warning. This is what you don't want to do. This is amateur right here. All right. I'm just showing you what not to do. All right. Let's reduce this size here. Let's maybe make it 8 point or so. All right. Now let's say you kind of put it down here. And I'm going to turn off my guides by hitting W on my keyboard. Here's what you don't want to do. That's what you don't want to do. Why? Because we want automatic page numbering throughout this document. We don't want to have to go and type in, come over here and now we got to do that again for page 3 and then come down here for page 4. Like, what if you have a 100-page document? You're going to do that on every single page? No, we absolutely do not want to do that. We want auto page numbering. So instead, we want to use master/parent pages. So I'm just going to take this, since I've already typed it out, I'm going to just cut it here, doing a Command or Control X. Then I'm going to come up to my parent, and I will just duplicate or double click on that to enter the parent page environment. I got to get used to saying that. Master page/parent page environment. You can see here my pages. Now I'm going to show my guides again by hitting W on my keyboard. And then I'm going to I'm not going to paste it. I'm going to do this from scratch so you can see this. So I'll hit T on my keyboard to grab my type tool, and then I'll come out here. Now, remember when I was on this page over here, page 2, I just typed in a page 2. That's not what we're going to do here for auto page numbering on the parent page. Instead, we'll go up to the type menu, all right? And then we'll go down to insert special character, markers, and we want to select current page number. Type menu, insert special character, markers, current page number. This way, this is going to allow us to do our auto page numbering. All right, so I'll go ahead and select that. And notice it puts an A here, right? It doesn't put a page number, it's putting a letter. Now that A is corresponding with what? This parent page here, okay? Now we'll go out to the regular pages here in a minute, but let's just finish out our folio. Now, instead of a space, I'm just going to do like a special character. I kind of like to do, or maybe not special character. Maybe we'll do insert white space. So maybe I'll do like an M space. So instead of like doing a double space bar or triple space bar, I'll just add like a custom space here. And you can do that again by going up to the type menu, insert white space where we were just before when we inserted the special characters, but we're going to do white space. I'm just going to do an M space. So that's the size of an M dash. So I'll put that there. And because I'm showing hidden characters, I can see that M dash. It's not there. It's just it's a space, but it's not the actual M dash. And what I mean by hidden characters is that you can show and hide hidden characters in InDesign by coming here. Now, mine are visible, so that's why it says hide hidden characters. So if I were to select that, you can see it goes away. But if you're ever having trouble with like weird spacing and things like that, a lot of times it's a result of some formatting that you didn't know was there. So it's good to say show hidden characters. And again, that's under the type menu. And then that way you can see whatever spacing is happening. All right, but let's continue on here. So let's say, let's just put in, I don't know, the name of the magazine. Put whatever you want there. Magazine. Now I'm going to go ahead and format this. So maybe I'll just make this myriad, regular. We don't want these to be super big, so I'll just kind of go here. Now you can format this however you want. You don't have to use these fonts or anything like that. Matter of fact, you could come here and maybe make this bold or maybe make it, you know, a color or whatever. Let's just choose a magenta. All right, so this is our folio now that we're creating. Now, what's happening here is if I were to go out to my regular pages, remember, this is being done on the parent page here. I've only done it on the left-hand side. I am going to move it to the right also. I'm going to create a copy. But I want to go out to the regular pages here and just kind of show you what's going on. So if I double-click on page 2, for instance, where I created that mockery of a folio earlier, but now look at this. And hit W on my keyboard to hide my guides. Here's my folio. All right. Now you can't select it, but I'll show you how you can if you just hang on for just a couple minutes because I want to create folios on the other side. Now, if I were to scroll down to, like, let's say page 4, look at this. Oh, nice. Auto page numbering. Okay. Now, we don't see the folio here because she is on top of it. So if I were to, I'm just going to select her and move her out the way. You can see it's there. It's just being hidden. So to get around that, we just need to put the folios on the topmost layer so that they show up above everything. All right. So what I mean by that is, and just to show you one more, there it is on the regular pages. Now we want them to be at the top of the list of the pecking order there. So I'll go back to my parent page here, double click on that, takes us back into the parent page environment. You can see there's no other pages there. And then I'm going to, first I'm going to duplicate this and move it to the other side. So I'm just going to hold down my Option key or Alt on a PC and I'll just slide it. I'm holding down the Shift key also. Shift constrains as you move things. So it's allowing us to like not make it go all over the place. All right, I'll hit W on my keyboard again and just slide this to the other side. All right, and then I'm going to, all right, I'm just going to just align right this text. Now, maybe for repetition's sake, I'll just do this part again, just so you can see that again. So I'll put my cursor here on the, because I want my page number on the outside. And then I'm going to insert that white space. We just did this. I'm just doing this again for repetition. I did an M space. All right, it added it. And then I'm going to insert that special character, marker, current page number. All right, there it is. Now I did apply some styling to it on the other side, so I'll just do this again. Now, again, I could have just copied and pasted this, but I just wanted you guys to kind of get this down. All right, boom. So now we have our folio on our other side, but then we're also going to select both of these and we're going to go to our layers panel and we're going to create a layer. For time's sake, I already created it. And with these selected, the folios, in my layers panel, I'm just going to grab this square and move it up to the folios. So now my content is down here and my folios are at the very top. So if I were to go back here now to this page 6 where the young lady was, you can see here's the folio here. Now it's a little hard to read, so what I would tend to do is I would tend to make a copy of this parent page and just make the folios white. All right, so we'll do that. Same thing here. Look at this. It's kind of hard to read there, right? It's a little hard to read. Now let's look at some of our other pages. But you can see the folios are on the other side, on both sides now. All right, let's see. Now, oh, this is a good point here. All right, so you see how you don't see the folio here? It's missing. Now to apply, oops, let's apply the master page. So I mentioned before, like the A is representing the parent page. But notice there's no letter here, and it's because I was playing around in this document already. So to apply master page A, you can do it two ways. You can literally just drag and drop. So I can take this parent page here, click on it and just drag it down here and then boom. See how it says A there now? And if we come here, notice it's showing up here. All right, so that's one way to do it. Now I'll do Command Z and just go back to where there was no master page applied. And then I could right click on it and say apply parent page, parent to pages. And then it's going to bring up a dialog box and it's going to say apply parent, what? Let's do A because we only have one, to page 3. Now I'm only applying it to one, but I could select multiple pages and apply a parent to all of those pages. Now in this case, I'm only applying it to page 3, so I'll say okay. But I did want to show you the two ways to do it. Right-clicking on it and applying the page, or simply just dragging and dropping that master page template onto the regular page. All right, now, like I said, in certain cases, it's not very visible, but that will give me the opportunity to show you that you can just duplicate these pages. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key and I'm going to select both of the parent pages here. All right. If you didn't see what I did, I clicked here and then I held on the Shift key and clicked again. And now I'm just going to create a duplicate. Duplicate parent spread A. Again, you can have multiple parent pages. So I'll duplicate it. Actually, let me go back here. Let me show you something. Duplicate parent spread. Oops, let's go back here. Command Z. Let's try that again. I want to show you something. Duplicate. Okay, now it's wanting to. All right. What I wanted to show you was when we duplicate this spread, see how it brought over. Number one, it made this parent B. So it created, like I said, they go in letters, A, B, C, D, so on and so forth. But look what it did. It also brought over the folios. Let me zoom in on that. It's kind of hard to see. All right, so it brought over the folios also. Okay, now what I can do with this is select these folios and just make them white. So I'll click on the text tool here, the text swatch tool, and then I'll click paper or none. Or that's not none, I guess white. It's paper. But notice we can't really see them. But if I hit W on my keyboard, they're there. And they are on this master page B. So in some cases where we can't really see them that well, like I know on this page we couldn't see them, and on this page it was hard to see, even on this one. So let's apply master page or parent page B, which has the white folios, to, let's do it to page 3 because it was hard to read down here. So again, what are the two ways? We can just drag and drop. So I'm going to take this page here, the right side, and just drag it here. And now you can see master page or parent page B is applied to this page. Now let's go see what that looks like. I'm just going to double click on that to go out to the pages. And now that's much easier to read there. Much easier to read. Then we can go through and say, okay, it's okay there, but here on page 7, no bueno. So I'm going to come over here to page 7 and let's do it the other way. Let's right click and let's apply parent page Which one are we going to do? That's right, B, to page 7. Okay, and you can see here, parent page B has the white folios, and it's on the topmost layer, remember that. So it's showing up above everything else. So you might have multiple master pages, and let's just do it for repetition's sake. Let's try it here also. So this is page 6. So I'm going to do the drag and drop where I'm going to just take this white folio and move it on top of page 6, and then boom, now we've got that there. All right, so now we've got our folios on our master pages, and they are on the topmost layer. Now you might be saying to yourself, but Jason, we can't edit this at all. And you're right, you can't edit these elements once they're on the page unless you do this key combination, which is Command Shift on a Mac or Control Shift on a PC. So if I were to hold down, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to do Command Shift and click on that, or you could just kind of drag your cursor over it. Look at this, it's free now. So it can go anywhere it wants to go. So if you ever want to free up anything, free up an element on a page that was on a master page, just do Command Shift on a Mac or Control Shift on a PC. Let's just do that one more time. So let's say I want to come here and I cannot select this because it's on a master page. See how it's like selecting the image behind it, but it won't select it. But I'm going to hold down Command Shift. I'm on a Mac, or Control Shift on a PC, and you can even like drag this cursor over it and like boom, now it's available to move around. Now where that comes into play is, let's slide over here to this document. Like let's say you are, let's just add some pages here. I'm going to come here and I will add a couple blank pages. So like if I go into my parent pages here, like this is a department, like a standard templated page. Now, if I double click on that, you can see these are the elements that are on the parent page. There's, a department name or like a section name, and then there's a headline and a deck and a byline and things like that. So that's kind of a standard template page for this particular magazine. Now, if I come down here, let's just go back to the regular pages. When I'm going to lay this magazine out, and I know I'm coming up on one of those templated pages, I can just do what? Drag and drop it on top, and then boom, here it is. But now, of course, I can't really edit that because I need to do what shortcut? That's right, on a Mac, Command Shift, on a PC, Control Shift. And I'm just going to drag my cursor on top of these, and boom, now they're freed up. So now I could copy and paste my text from, the source, or I can go in here and type or whatever, but this standard template is already set up. So like we mentioned before, this is not just for folios, this is for any type of elements that you're going to be repeating on multiple pages. Okay, and if you look at this document here, let's see if we can zoom in, notice that there are multiple master pages being applied to various pages. Now, if you have like an ad and you don't want any master page or any master pages applied, let's see if we can find an ad here. Or let's just say this page here, let's say we don't want this folio down here or any elements applied. We could just grab the none and just drag and drop that. Oops, I can't see it. Where is it? Page 41. Let's keep going down further. Grab none, and I'm just going to apply it here. And then boom, you can see here, there's no parent or master page applied. And it's visible here that there is nothing applied. Okay, so that is the gist of it, my friends. That is how you do master pages / parent pages in InDesign.